Morning everyone, Sunday morning, and what am I doing? Looking for cars, which might seem a bit strange because if you saw my previous video, you've seen that my stock really hasn't shifted the last week or so, because I think that we're waiting for lockdown to ease. Most of my cars are first time drivers and they can't do the test yet, but I do have money in the bank, and as we know at the moment you're not getting any interest on your money, so it's time to look at getting some more stock still. But the difference is, as per the discussions on lots of the previous videos, I'm going to be bidding on newer stuff that shouldn't need work. So I'm on BCA and I've already put my bids in. I'll go through with you what I put my bids on today. So all of this stuff is grade, what is it? It's grade 1 to 3. So I haven't gone over into the 4s and 5s, which they're poor bodywork cars as a general rule. All of these have a BCA assured on them, so that means that I've been able to read a report that's checked that the gearbox is okay and the engine's running okay, those kind of things. And I do have some form of comeback if there's problems with them. So normally I just buy BCA ones with a BCA report, which just gives very basic overview. BCA assured does have some comeback on it. They're all lower mileage cars. They're all about 5-6 years old, kind of thing. So let's have a go through and see what I bid on. So first up, we've got a 2016. I think this might actually be 2017 if I remember reading it carefully. I think it was late registered. Hyundai I10 1.2 premium. That one we've put a bid on for £4,200. Now all of these are at Blackbush, so they're quite away from me. They're going to cost me about 200 quid a car to get here, so I've had to factor that into my bids. And obviously I've got fees which are going to add on top of these an easy another 300 quid or so. But all the cars I say are like my normal sort of fodder. They're small cars, but they're just much newer. Then we've got a Volkswagen Up on a 2014. I've gone for lots of white cars. I've no more red cars. I'm in trouble moving red cars, so I've gone for whites and silvers, the stuff that seems to be moving at the moment. 3,100 on that. Kia Picanto 1.2. Kia Picantos always sell really well for me. They're popular cars. That's in silver. It's a 2015 plate, and I've put a bid of 3,800 on that one. We've got another Volkswagen Up on a 15 plate, again in white. Haven't done a Volkswagen Up yet, but I know they're popular. They'll fit nicely in my lineup, and fingers crossed, fingers crossed, at that kind of age they shouldn't have too much problems wise. But again, bid of 3,500 on that one. Then I've done loads of Toyota Aigos over my time, but never any of the newer ones. So I've got a Toyota Aigo here, a 64 plate one in a nice grey, and on that one I have bid 3,500. So all of these cars are going to be around about the 5k mark once they get up on the forecourt. Got a Corsa. Corsas always sell pretty well for me. I've got a white Corsa again, sticking with the whites, they're popular at the moment. 65 plate, so it's late 2015. I've bid 4,300 on that one. And a Fiat 500, always do well with Fiat 500s in the mint green. They always sell really well on the mint green. A Pop Star, which is a mid-level, it's between the Pop and the Lounge, so it's okay spec wise. That one I've bid 3,600 on. What else have we got? Oh, Mazda 3 Black Edition. My Mazda 3s have always flown out when I've had Mazda 3s in. This is a Black Edition, so black wheels, black bodywork. That's the only thing I'm slightly unsure about. 2015 on that one, and I've bid 3,500, which makes my Corsa bid seem a bit high. I'm just looking at my Corsa bidder now. I'm not quite sure why I bid 4.3 on that Corsa. Anyway, Hyundai I10, again, Hyundai I10 sell really well, and as a general rule, touch wood, they don't have problems. Even the older ones, even the 2010 ones I've had, don't tend to have problems. That's a 65 plate at 1.2 SE. I bid 4.8 on that one. So I presume that must be worth nearly 6, I would have thought. And Nissan Micro, now my Nissan Micro I've got hasn't sold, but the last couple of N-Techs I've had have sold well, because they're quite nice spec wise, and they don't look as as fuddy-duddy as the micros normally look. That's 2016. I bid 4,100 on that, so quite a lot in there with Blackbush on Monday. So we'll come back and see how we get on with that. And then I have had a bid on. There's not been a lot in Mannheim down at Plymouth for me to look at recently, but I've had a cheeky bid on this one, Dacia Sandero. I've done a lot of Dacias and they've always sold alright for me. This is a 2018 with only 43,000 miles. It's the 1 litre, which I know is a chain driven engine, which means less hassle. Yeah, only 43,000 miles. It's got service history. I bid 4,175 on that. I think they're great value for money little cars. So we've put a bid in on that. In total, including the estimated fees, I've got about 42 grand out there in bids. So £42,000 out there in bids. So if I win them all, or even I win half of them, we've got quite a lot of cash to be spending out on stock, and I would have to find a lot of parking spaces very quickly. But we've been talking about it on the channel for a long time, doing newer stuff and seeing if I have any more luck with newer stuff. And we're gonna find out, and we'll also find out what the market's like price wise, because all these bids are around about what they reckon they should be trade. But I know the market's been a bit high. I don't know if other dealers are still buying lots of stock up or not, but we will have to see. I mean, if I win multiples, I'll probably hop in the truck with the driver and go and drive some of them back, because being this age they should be quite safe to drive back on my trade plates. If this is successful, I mean, the game plan would be to carry on buying newer stuff, but I am thinking potentially, I don't know what your guys' thoughts are below, comment below. You've seen the videos, you've seen the unit I work out of at the moment. Would you be happy buying cars from there of this kind of value when we're going to be asking 5 or 6 grand, or would you expect to see the sort of a cleaner, more retail environment rather than a workshop garage? I'm interested in your feedback on that, so comment down below for me. Would you, I mean, I know people would happily buy a 2 or 3 grand car out of a place that looks quite garagey, but would you be happy to buy cars sort of 5, 6, 7 grand from my current premises, where you can see that we've got lots of restoration work on the go and garage work and tools and parts all over the place? Or would you expect a more retail environment? I'd be interested in your feedback on that. But anyway, we'll come back in a minute and let's find out how we got on with these bids. So BCA auction's over. Let's have a look at what we won from all those bids, and that will be a sweet, you know what, nothing. We'll look at the lost bids. So we have a quick look. Hang on a second. Here we go. Right, let's have a quick look. So I bid on a Hyundai I10. I bid 4.2, went for 4.4, so not a million miles away. It cost me £200 extra to get delivered from Blackbush. So basically, a lot of these cars, if they'd been at Bristol or Plymouth, I'd have won, but I didn't, because I had to allow an extra 200 quid. So the Hyundai I10 on a 65 plate went for 5,100. I bid 4,700. So I wouldn't have won that anyway. That Corsa I thought I'd overbid on. I bid 4.3. It went for 5,150 on a 2015 plate. I can't imagine that's more than a 5,995 car. Maybe I'm wrong. Right, these I do know. Fiat 500 1.2 Popstar on a 2015. Last one I sold of those was like 5,195. I bid 3.6. It went for 4,250. So add your fees on, you're up to 4.5, plus any form of delivery type of cost. Sorry for that. Any delivery costs, you're up to 4.6, 4.7. I'll make a lot of money out of that. First bids I've done on Volkswagen Ups. I bid 3,000 on this 2014. It went for 3.4, so I could have won that had it been local. The Nissan Micra 1.2 I bid 4.1 on. It went for 4.6. So I probably wouldn't have won that even if it was local. The other Volkswagen Up I bid 3.4 on a 2015. It went for 3,650. So again, if it had been local, I probably would have won that. The Igo I bid 3.4 on a 2014. It went for 3.6 again. Might have got that had been local. And then the Mazda 3 Black I bid 3.4 and that got 4.3, so miles out on that one, absolutely miles out on that one. Mannheim is the other place we put bids on, and I have had a win on Mannheim. I jumped the gun a little bit, I've been in there. I've had a win on Mannheim. I only had one bid on Mannheim, didn't I? And that was the Dacia Sandero, the 2000, it's a 67, but it's a 2018 plate, that one. Grade 3, I had scuffs on the corner of the bumper. I've won that for, I think it had 40,000 miles on it, won that for £4,000. So a 2018 car with 40,000 miles for £4,000. It's the 1 litre, which is the chain driven engine, so shouldn't be too much trouble there, touch wood. Corner of the bumper's, like I say, scuffed up. I've got to get it from Bristol to here. I don't know what the fees are on Mannheim. It's the first time I've won something at Mannheim. So I'll have to see what it looks like when it comes in. I'll let you know what the fees are when I get them. Suspecting that the fees will probably be in the region of £300 odd for that. Then there's delivery, so I think I'm going to be about 4.5 by the time it gets here. But according to Auto Trader, it's a £5,500 car, and I shouldn't have to do anything other than a little bit of paint on it because it's got a long MOT on it. But we'll see. The concern would be that I think they just need to be a bargain for people to buy them. So putting it up at retail price probably won't work for me. I'm hoping to be able to be underneath the Auto Trader price by maybe a couple £100, so it's like 5,295 it, so it shows us a great price. And then I think for someone looking for a fairly new car that should be hassle free, around the £5,000 mark for 2018 is going to be a good buy for someone. And I don't mind these days. The Lauriettes are a decent spec as well. You don't want to get the basement bargain ones. But I first purchased from Mannheim, like I said, so I don't really know what the fees are going to be. I don't know what delivery costs are going to be, and I don't know what the quality of the car is going to be like. So we'll see. But yeah, that big gamble was exactly what it was. My bids were in there. I could have had to buy all of it, but I had a feeling that a lot of it would go over book, which it did. But unfortunately, at the Mannheim, this auction, the local one down in Plymouth, there was not a lot of cars. So I've had my invoice in from Mannheim for the Dacia Sandero that I won. Look at this, £4,000 for the car, £511 in buyer's premium. Then a Sure Check Silver, £47, Checkpoint £2, don't know what that is. £4,560. So I bought the car for £4,000. I've got £560 in fees. Now, understandably, I guess I might not be on the highest level of account with them like I am with BCA because I've not bought much through them, but that seems a bit steep to me. That's more than 10% of the car's value straight out the gate, which means by the time I've got the car up to me, I'm probably going to be in it for about £4,700 on a car that's probably 5.5 standard. If I want to get rid of it quick, 5.2. I don't think I'll be using Mannheim again unless I can get a better deal on the fees. I know I've not bought much of them, but I've got evidence I've bought a lot through other channels like BCA. So if any of you use Mannheim out there and know of whether there's better rates out there, do let me know because that's pretty outrageous. This is the following morning after buying the Dacia Sandero, and I thought I'd bung my account manager at Mannheim an email about the costings for the purchase of the car, for the fees. I thought it was worth a shot, so look how many I bought for BCA and so forth, was there anything she could do, and to be fair to her, she actually upgraded me from the Advantage to the Club, and that looks like it's going to save me about more than £100 on the fees. So fair play. You've got to point out when people do the right thing by you, and for an account manager to step in and do that. I've covered the rest of it up because I'm not sure how confidential this information is. But yeah, that's a really solid thing of her to do for me. She, I told her about the kind of volumes I'm doing through BCA. Said, is there anything she could do? She messaged back and said, going to get authorization to upgrade you to the next account based on you buying this many cars over the next few months. And as long as I hit that, I'll continue to get these and maybe go higher as well if I buy a bigger volume. So thumbs up to my account manager there, dirty thumb up to my account manager there at Mannheim for doing that. This is the kind of relationships you want, people that are going to work with you and use some common sense and not just say computer says no. So that's going to basically also Their delivery rates are quite good as well. I got a quote for them for delivering it to me from Bristol to Barnstaple, and they're going to charge me £105 including VAT. So what's that? It's like 80 odd quid. That is cheaper than I can get it transported by anybody else. So basically, what she's done with the discount for me going up to the different plan is going to cover for the transportation. So ideal, nice one.